The heavens and the earth. Rabbi Shimon opened the discussion by saying, "In the beginning, Elohim created. Bereshit bara Elohim." The verse has to be examined carefully because whoever claims that there is another El shall be wiped from the world, as it is already written, "Thus shall you say to them, the Elohim who have not made the heavens and the earth shall perish from the earth and from under the heavens." Yirmiyah 10:11. Because there is no other creator besides the Holy One, blessed be He alone. Now, this relates to sit and we will renew the correction of the bride. Hence he started to explain, in the beginning God created, which is the root of all the corrections of the bride during the 6,000 years. Elohim, God, the upper Elohim, which represents Bina. And he is called Elohim in regard to me, who, as in who created Ele, these. And as me connected to Ele, the name always connects, and by that, the world exists. The creator Bina is called Elohim, associating me with Ele through clothing of the light of Chokhmah in the garments of the glory that shine with Chasadim. By that, the world exists. Hence, the Elohim, the gods, the other that did not make the heavens and the earth, could not give sustenance to the world. That is, other gods who separate Ele from me must certainly perish from under the heavens that are corrected by connecting Ele with me. And this is so because with their strength there can never be existence to the world, but rather ruin. This is why the text stresses under these heavens. And this verse is translated from Aramaic. This here is Hebrew. The rest is Aramaic. So the word Ele, these, is Hebrew. At the end of the verse, meaning Ele, indicating the bonding of me with Ele. It goes on. It says the verse is written in Aramaic, with the exception of the word these, which appears at the end of the verse. If you suggest that it because the holy angels do not listen to the translated form referring to the Aramaic language and are not familiar with it, then on the contrary, the verse should have been said in the holy tongue, so that the holy angels would hear in order that they approve of it. And he replies, this is certainly the reason why it is written in the translated form Aramaic, as the holy angels do not listen to it. Thus, they do not envy man nor do him evil, because in this verse, even the holy angels are included, as they are called Elohim as well, and are included in the term Elohim, yet they have not created the heavens and the earth. Now the language of the translation is close to the holy tongue, yet the angels do not need it and do not know it, while they do need and know the languages of the nations of the world. The language of the translation is posterior, Vak, of the holy tongue, since Vak are called posterior and sleep without Mochim, which are the Gar. This is talking about the above, the Rosh. And for this reason, the translation is truly very closely to the holy tongue. Therefore, the translation is indeed very close to the holy tongue. However, there is another reason here, for which the angels do not need it. The holy tongue is the language that decides in the middle, the fulcrum that tips the scale, deciding that the side of merits be above the side of faults, and returning everything to Kedusha, holiness. This is why it is called the holy tongue in Hebrew. The scales fulcrum is called the tongue of the scales. And the matter of scales is understood from what Rabbi Shimon said, The heavens and their hosts were created with Ma, which is Malkut. And this is why it's written, in the beginning God created the upper God, Bina, and not Malkut, since Malkut, and it was not built in Mi Ele. However, when the letters Ele are drawn from above, from Bina to below, to Malkut, since the mother Ima lends her clothes to the daughter, as it is written, these, Ele, I remember. I mentioned the letters Ele with my mouth, shedding tears with the will of my soul to draw the letter Ele. Then I will walk from above to the house of God, will be called Elohim. And thus, Elohim does not appear in the heaven and earth that were created with Ma, except by extending the letters Ele from upper Ima through man and good deeds, as it is written, I mentioned these Ele letters with my mouth, and I shed tears. This is because Mokin of Gar, called Elohim, are not permanent in Hebrew and in the heaven and earth. And this is Zon, which when raising man from below, Ma becomes me, and the letters Ele join the me, and the name Elohim is made, the Mohin in heaven and earth. And if the lower ones corrupt their works, the Mohin depart from Zon and remain in Cheter and Chokhmah of the vessels and Ruach Nefesh of lights, which are called Mi or Ma. Then the letters Ele fall to the shells, since Mi is Gegolta and Naim, and Ele is a hop, which is Ozen, Chotem, and Pei. Thus, the correction depends entirely on the connection of the letters Ele, the me through man. And this is why the correction is called the Holy Tongue, the fulcrum of the scales which decides in the middle, and by which the Mokim, who are called holiness, are drawn out. It is because it extends the holy name Elohim to Zon, and shifts the letters of Ele to the side of merit of Kedusha. Also, they are called Moznaim, scales, from the word Ozen, which is ear, since the lights of a hop are named after the highest phase in them, which is Ozen. And conversely, there is the language of translation, since the lower ones do not raise man, which is Ma'in Nukvin, in purity. It is considered that they wish to grip only to the letters of Ele, and not to connect with them, with the name Mi, Bina. But then the posterior of Zon and Ma appear in the heaven and the earth. Zon return to Vak, and it is the language of translation. And so now you can understand that sleep, Tardema, in Gematria, is translation, which is Targum. Targum has the numerical value of 649. And Tardema, which means deep sleep, also is the numerical of 649. And this is what Hashem did. He cast a deep sleep upon the man. And the word there is Tardema. But what's interesting is Tardema can also be read as Tered Ma, the descent of Ma. And since through this language, which is not pure Aramaic, the posterior, the Ma, appear, and this is the meaning of Tered Ma. It follows the scales, descend, and arrive at the side of fault.